scary. As KT Rolster experimenting with the Vladimir, they're just going to go with the Gnar. A bit of a self-counter pick, but Gnars have been doing better and better in the matchup.
He's got it.
It's fighting time.
Yep, the flash shot in. Ruler doesn't have his flash anymore. They're going to be looking for that as Pawn flashes in. He's underneath the turret, though. Do they have enough damage to take him out? The stun from Braum coming in. It is. Pawn able to pick up first blood. Even after taking bring up Pawn. A little bit of a later rotation here from KSV. And that will be the first turret. And they're just going to split that gold between the three of them.
KT got the Rift Tower. They're going to get the Mountain Drake as well. And if you play chicken and lose, you end up falling. Very low reward, as you mentioned. Scorer is one of the few people in the game that just gets one rotation, has to back away his bot side. It led to nothing. Now they know ults are down and KT are going to attack.
Scorer sprinting through the jungle. He's got Pawn on his heels. KSV, thankfully, is here. Trying to make it in. The only one who's not here is Zoe, trying to get on top of that target, looks like. Underneath all of that, finally gets taken out at the end of it all. But that was just the one pick. Another low turret. Another objective for KT to look for. Mana interrupting that slingshot. Haru taking tons of damage and even a super defensive Cosmic Radiance just to make sure nobody...
It's important. Infernal's the third spawn. Easily picked up by KT Rolster. Another free objective, Valdez. Notice doesn't have... Yeah, he's going to go through mid because Zoe doesn't have teleport, so...
Not yet. Maybe later. But definitely does mean that they will get this tier 2. Yep. A fantastic trade for KT after the Infernal, picking up mid-tier 2.
Just burn it down.
Looks like maybe. Look at all the traps that are set up too by the Caitlyn. It's getting pretty low here. The disengage too. Haru, he wants to get in, but it's too slow. Coming from the top side now is KSV. They're gonna go straight onto him. No QSS onto KSV. That's a nice little bonus kill picked up by KT. The maneuvering and the...
We know exactly how strong the Caitlyn siege is, and Braum's gonna put up the shield. They're gonna try and break the base, and what can KT do to stop them?
You were talking about one team fight to decide it all, but it looks like it might have just been the one Baron to decide it all, because we got mid pushing in, we got top inhibitor going down. KT so decisive in the last 2 minutes of this game. They are making this, they're trying to run away with this game right now.
You're not sure you can win team fights. Why not deny all of them is the KT mantra in this game. It looked like they might be pulled too thin, but that great decision around Baron has swung the pendulum so far one way. The KSV have one attempt at a fight, maybe none, and the game could just end around them.
Looking for the engage, they want to deny it, and tons of stuns here onto Smeb. He still gets a 2-man ultimate, and he has the GA. Cosmic Radiance comes down, Score eats a big one, but they are going to be able to pick up the top laner in Smeb at the end of it all. Nice. You're talking about, could they do the Baron fast enough on one? Well, certainly as they get more items.
So many damn minions and monsters and voidlings, they're certainly going to lose. They're in a turret here, will KSV.
It's a Braum. But it does stop a little bit of poking onto that turret. He gets a second one, actually. But at the end of it all, they still lose the turret.
And they're not even getting
seriously trying to push in onto this inhibitor as carefully as possible.
Smeb finally building up a bit of rage as well. Another cooldown that needs to be respected. They just flash onto Smeb of all people.
Yeah, trying to recreate the other inhibitor fight, but it doesn't happen as they lose one inhibitor. Flashes down, super minions on the Nexus turrets. They're going to get the third inhibitor here. 26 seconds on the top one. The engage is going to miss, and a nice engage onto Haru, actually. They're going to be able to burn him down, at least onto his path. See you later.
Remember me, says Baron.
I mean,
he can't say witness me. There was nothing to witness. He was just forward when you're in the enemy base. Everything can be defended. There's such a terrain advantage for the defending team as Haru tries something.
They lock him down. It's the same combination that we've seen before. Cosmic Radiance, though, this time saves his life. Cleanse available for Deft. He's not even going to use it to get out of that one. Decides, no, I'll just push ahead and save it. Meanwhile, Smeb getting himself into some trouble here. Has the Guardian Angel to buy some time for his teammates to come on over. Inhibitor still up in the top side, but they want to get some kills here. Crown getting low, and the minions take him out alongside Pawn. Even the Camille getting low at the end of this one. Haru pushing forward now. He's got no support, just a stopwatch.
They're going to try and end the game here. KT Rolster, Smeb just teleports in. They're going for the end.
Here we go. Smeb coming on in. They're just looking to push everybody away at this point. Score, he wants to have some play in this game, some kills, but he just gets taken out towards the end. And they will be able to take down this last member of KSV. Ruler still in the fountain. Will it be enough? Yes, it will. The ace comes through, and KT finally take game number 1.
Really intriguing game of League of Legends.
Great.
See if KSV can find access to the back line, able to take the Cho'Gath, and front-to-back team fighting looks pretty strong.
They're desperately trying to make action happen. As Score says, hey, we got an opportunity here on Takor JJ. There's the knockup, nicely done by Mata. Looking for just a bit more damage. There it is. First blood goes over to Score. TP's going to cancel out. Zoe actually coming in, and Smeb finishing it up.
Missile Mask already
really
complete.
Yeah.
At least Ambition is trading. He's attempting to return to the mid lane here. It's a nice move from KSV. They do finish off.
There from KSV. Not going to get caught. Part of the reason why we don't see a lot of kills is just great vision play and respect out of both teams, as there is the trade in the turret going over to KT.
Use too many tools to try to make this happen.
Look at Pawn in the bottom lane at the same time, putting pressure on bot side. A small maneuver, but could turn into something bigger. KSV a little bit, you know,
that is turning on to KSV.
KSV is just all alone here. He's not going to be able to get any help from his teammates. The heal comes in and he flashes at the very end, but it's not enough to make sure that he lives here. Now the damage coming out onto Ambition. The stun from the Braum is going to be able to pick up the kill, a double kill, going over to Score in the end of it all.
And all KSV has come to push down mid lane. Not even a turret to take there. They took that one early. Even if you think, hey, play passive, that's the way you play. That hasn't been enough for KSV to have the consistency in his crown.
Trying to go 1v1, and that turns into a 2v1 real quick when you got them OP boots. Yeah, they're definitely going to push this one in. Another turret going the way of KT.
A Shiv headshot crit.
And he stood on a trap.
Yep.
He took it, and now look at Score on the right side, but look at KSV just disappearing in the front, thinking he's tanky enough to tank up 4 members, but that's way too much CC with the Braum. Finally hit here. Let's see if they get a bit of damage. Mata not going to go unbreakable.
Meanwhile,
yeah, Ruler getting low. Deft in the face of danger, just trying to shoot everybody down, but here it is, the flash forward, but he still hits the Braum. It's going to be enough to get the Braum at least this time around. Sad day for Sejuani, but at least I like Score's position in these fights towards mid lane. The slow comes down onto Ruler. I think they're looking for the
Score.
It could be onto Crown too. There it is. A couple of moves and down she goes. Disappears, does the Zoe, and it might not just be her, the Cho'Gath. Also, KSV not able to get out of there. Locked up. Make that a
go for the interrupt. He's in the back line. He doesn't take damage, as we know.
Well, they're going to lock down Ambition here, who charges into a Scion. Maybe not the best idea. Look at that backline damage, though. Trying to get on in there. It's not enough, as Ambition will eventually go down. KT too low.
We see Smeb in this brush on the flank often, but it is, of course, the Scion this time.
We're getting to a point in the game where even Cho'Gath is an option. But here it is. The ultimate comes forward and hits the Braum again.
He's dead.
Blow him up. Nicely done. And Smeb coming forward with Score, but it's not necessarily enough to get into one down here. Steph, though, lots of room on the left side. Takes out Ambition, but down goes Smeb at the same time. Score coming in for the assassination. Not enough, as Crown gets away, but still.
Deft.
Okay, he's trying to 1v1, and Ruler's going to win that. The Scion passive is not enough to get it, but Pawn coming in to clean up the kill. What a close
team of KSV top side, so Kha'Zix being there is enough. They take another turret. Realm Warp available. The Dragon has spawned. So suddenly, there's a lot of different options available for KT, depending on how they want to play this one out.
That goes through the Braum, and they're going to expend the ultimate here. The flash comes in just at the last second to get away from that paddle star that might have chunked him down, but not. Ambition sitting on a trap, forced to flash away. Now it's KSV's turn. There's the full channel with a huge stun coming in. Uh-oh, Score nearly goes down, but they do get the kill.
A big win. It's not the Baron they crave, but it's pretty close.
It's a great pickup here, but they'll look for more objectives. Seems like this very weak tier 2 in mid lane is going to be the option for them. So they take that out. They get a lot more vision towards the middle.
Back on the Baron, it's going to die.
Should be enough. Not able to get there in time. The Smite comes in and Pawn picks up the
unsealed spellbook that he took in the previous game. Pawn continues to play a side lane. KSV would have hoped they would have 2 weapons, but sadly their jungles are starting to normalize in a way that doesn't help the scenario in either way. There is the first inhibitor turret going down.
Ooh, Ruler eating the headshot through the shields, mind you.
Yep.
As they poke on through the Zoe against the Zoe again. The 2 shot.
Dead.
Down he goes. See you later. And that might just be it. They don't have a damage threat now outside of the Zoe. And with the Baron buff, 17 seconds will be enough. KT, they're pushing in. They're going to get the second inhibitor, make that a third on the bottom side. Def still healthy, and no shot for KSV unless they can get a miracle pick at this point.
Just feels like everyone else is stargazing on the side of KSV. They need Ruler to be the wave clear, but if you're not body blocking, if you're not disrupting, you're not doing much. And like you say, KT just want to end it.
They're going to go for it. At this point, dead timer's too long. That's going to be the first turret. Lots of members on KSV desperately trying to push them away. They want to get onto Def, but they just absolutely cannot. And it is going to be enough. They pick off the Zoe. That last damage goes down, and that's going to do it. KT just playing with their food at this point. Down goes the Nexus, and the 2-0 victory for KT comes through.
Big win for KT Rolster. They end the first round robin 7-2. Maybe enough to guarantee them second. They cannot get game score ahead of Kingzone Dragon X. And of course, the Freak of Freaks also going to be in a great spot when it comes to top 3. We now know our top 3. It will be Kingzone, Afrika, and KT Rolster.